Hey, it's Brock here with Rock Hill Farms, and this is going to be a little bit different type of job today. I've got the type of bigger job that I want to be doing all the time. It's clearing a property, it's haul off, it's grading with the skid loader, seeding afterwards. It'll be the biggest bid that I've ever given, and still probably not huge, but I've been struggling with how to bid these jobs, so I'm going to take you guys to the job, show you what I'm looking to do, and an itemized list of what I'm thinking I might charge. Get some thoughts on it, because I don't want to mess this bid up. I just got done hauling a load of plywood, so I've got to disconnect the trailer. No reason to take that. And then I'm going to go to a couple of local dump sites and find out what they're charging per ton for me to dump, because that's something common to my jobs. I need to get rid of this material, and I've been bringing some of it here, but long term it doesn't make sense to keep dumping material here, so I need to go get some pricing, then we'll get out to the job. I just left the dump yard, and they have a sign of what you can and cannot dump, and that sign applies to if you want to pay $36 per ton for them to process it at that location. There's a second price. You can bring the other stuff, household junk or plastic or that sort of thing, but it's $55 a ton because they ship it off somewhere else. So I've got both options, but 36 a ton I think is what we'll be looking at for this job. I went to that dump site because it's about 10 minutes from my house and another 10 minutes from the town that we're going to be working in, and probably where I'll be getting a lot of my work. Anyway, we're about 5 minutes from the job, so I'll see you out there. So I got my grandson with me. He wanted to come with me to bid this job. I don't think he'll be too actively involved in the bidding, but let's get out here and look at it. The property is smaller than I was expecting. It's just a city lot is what we've got. They specifically said nothing was needed between the sidewalk and the road. Nothing too crazy right here. Where I'm standing, it's probably 8 to 10 foot lower. Where I'm standing, it's probably 8 to 10 inches lower than it is right there. So we've got a little drop off here. Got a pile of dirt here. All right, guys, there's just no replacement for experience, because I don't struggle with knowing what I want to make per hour. I really struggle knowing how long it's going to take to do this work. And second thing, because I talked to this property owner on the phone, they're not even in town this week. So I'm going to talk to them again before giving a number, but there's also the question, how perfect do they want this? He mentioned having grass seed put down. This entire thing needs leveled. If you look down here, that's a hole, like an 8-inch to 10-inch deep hole. So the entire thing needs graded, and it's got grass on it. So I know I can do that. I just don't know how long it takes. Same thing in here. We've got all this tall material here. Am I gonna make a trip in here? Maybe this is a case where you save yourself a trip and just knock that down with the weed eater and then get in there and start ripping stuff out. Or just drive into it, you know? I've also got a grading attachment that I'm supposed to be getting soon, and that would make this easier, because the Harley rake is the ideal tool right before putting the grass seed down, but a grader I think would work better on prepping it. Like, I used to have some stone back here, so this stone has to be pulled out. I don't know if this is like a 6-inch deep layer or if there's just a little setting on the ground. This is really difficult for me to bid, and so I have a tendency to just shoot from the hip. And look at this whole thing. And just say $1,800, because that's the first number that pops into my head. But just throwing out numbers like that is how you get yourself in trouble. So I'm gonna go home, look back at this footage, sit there and think about it, and see if I can itemize something on paper and get a good number. So, all right, I'll see you back at the house. So the next thing after leaving the job was pricing some materials. And I thought, where does a professional go to get their materials? And of course, here I am at Lowe's, which is not the answer to that question. My buddy Carson from Jasper Ridge referred this job to me, and I'll probably ask him where he gets his grass seed. But in the meantime, for 3 bags, this is going to work fine. You see, these are 40-pound bags for $84, and it recommends between 5 and 12 pounds for 1,000 square feet. The lot that I'm bidding is 60 feet by 150 feet, which is 9,000 square feet. So that means I need between 45 and 108 pounds of grass seed. And I'm going to say 3 bags, because doing 2 bags would be 8 pounds per 1,000 square feet, and I think I'd rather be a little higher than that based on what this instructions say. The next question is type of grass seed, because I compared and got the same basic price for these other brands. These $46 bags are 20 pounds, so it's close enough that the price of the seed on a job this size will not be the determining factor. It's just a matter of choosing something that's going to do well in this heat of the summer. And it's probably going to be low maintenance. I don't think they are going to be out there watering this yard on a regular basis. So if you have a recommendation for the type of grass seed, let me know in the comments. Instead of the tractor mounted spreader, I'll probably use just a walk behind spreader, and the one I have is from Scott's, so I might get the Scott's seed, because there's usually a correlation to the setting on your spreader dial is listed on these bags, but I think we could figure it out with another brand. Now I have the bid finished, and I'm going to walk through this one item at a time. We have material haul off and dump fee. So a 5-ton load dumped at the local dump is $35 a ton. That's $175 for a full load. I added $25 for fuel, and $50 of labor. And then I estimated 2 trips. I think it's possible I could get it done in 1 trip, but I'm going to bill for 2 trips because it's also possible I might need 2 trips. Then the main labor in this is the grading, and I'm billing that 6 hours at $125 per hour. Out of the entire bid, this is the only place where it can go wrong, basically, if it takes me more than 6 hours. But it seems like that's a generous amount of time to level out that yard. So that's $750 for that portion. Next, we have materials, grass seed, and straw. I came up with 3 of those 45-pound bags that are $85 a piece. And for each bag, 3 square bales of straw at $10 each gave me 3 bags at $115 a piece, is $345 of materials. Then I put in some labor for me to manually seed that and spread the straw. Figure 2 hours at $50 an hour. You add all that up, I get a total of $1,695. Just walking up, first time I looked at it, if the customer was standing there with me and they wanted a price, I was going to say $1,800. So it doesn't feel that far off. But I'll post this video before I show the customer this price. So if you see something obvious I'm missing or you think I'm undercharging, let me know your thoughts on it. Otherwise, I'm excited to hopefully get this job, and in the future, after I do the job, I'll post links and show the final results and show if this was a well-priced bid or not. So check in the corner of the screen or on the screen right now for links to me actually doing this job. I appreciate you taking time to watch the video, and I'll see you next time.